Released on March 3, 1939, Stagecoach is often regarded as the first great Western and the progenitor of the genre. As we have seen, this is a bit of an oversimplification, as many important Westerns had been released before this. Nevertheless, the impact that Stagecoach had on the genre cannot be ignored. In Stagecoach, a disparate group of people are brought together on the stage from Tonto to Lordsburg, and are threatened by marauding Apaches led by Geronimo. Among them are Buck, the driver, played by Andy Devine, Marshal Curley, played by George Bancroft, a prostitute named Dallas, played by Claire Trevor, a well-to-do woman, played by Louis Plott, a drunken doctor, played by Thomas Mitchell, a mysterious gambler, played by John Carradine, a whiskey drummer, played by Donald Meek, a corrupt bank manager, played by Burton Churchill, and an outlaw named the Ringo Kid, played by John Wayne. Ringo, whose father and brother were killed by the Plummer brothers, has escaped from prison and is traveling to Lordsburg to seek vengeance.
Well, there's some things a man just can't run away from.
As the journey continues, the danger mounts, and the prejudices and animosity between the passengers begin to evaporate.
Dr. Boone has settled that for us, sir. And I demand respect for his professional opinion.
Hatfield.
Ringo, meanwhile, develops feelings for Dallas and becomes conflicted over whether or not to seek his revenge.
Oh, don't talk like that.
It's a well-paced adventure about a colorful group of characters forced into a desperate situation. It's also an interesting study of class and social prejudice, ideas that became meaningless in the Western wilderness.
May I find you another place, Mrs. Mallory? It's cooler by the window.
The film's literary qualities are complemented by Ford's sense of visual poetry. Shot in Monument Valley, Arizona, a favorite location of Ford's, Burt Glennon's cinematography, by alternating between intimate close-ups and sweeping wides, captures the film's personal intimacy and grand sense of Western adventure and myth perfectly. Director John Ford took a big risk in making Stagecoach. Throughout the 1930s, the genre had been largely ignored by big studios, and languished among Poverty Row studios who primarily made cheap series westerns. As a result of this, the director faced entrenched industry prejudice toward the genre. He shopped the idea around Hollywood for almost a year before finally finding support from Walter Wagner, an independent producer working through United Artists. In the end, Ford was vindicated. Stagecoach put an end to industry prejudices about the genre by becoming both a critical and commercial hit. It grossed over $1 million in its first year and was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, of which it won 2, for Best Score and Best Supporting Actor for Thomas Mitchell.
I didn't know I was quite that good.
It was an unprecedented success for the director, who had cut his teeth making westerns in the silent era. John Wayne, a star of series westerns earlier in the 30s, was catapulted to international stardom because of his role in this film. He would continue to work with Ford, together producing some of the best films the genre has to offer, and he would come to define the Western hero on screen. Thanks to Stagecoach, John Wayne would eventually become one of the most enduringly popular and well-known movie stars of all time.
Well, they're saved from the blessings of civilization.
Yeah.